blade thicker than a snicker bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 65 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, and this is going to be incomplete. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free agent success story. So let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line.
They'll drop the throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A look now at how Tennessee's going to line up defensively. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Let's go.
Out of his end zone, Mariota. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They're going to look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen. Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance?
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Mariota. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Justin Houston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward? You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride. Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right? Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses. Play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there. In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now. Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL. Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed,
great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And his kick here is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota now from the 50. It's caught on the right side, Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll go on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Mariota on first down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. Mariota, and this one's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jeff Swain, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Nunez got it, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whipped on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turned into a
touchdown Titans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A give. This is Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And on the ground they go with a running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing is Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jeff Swaim with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. There he goes, left side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin with a look at the AFC South. Houston at home taking on Indianapolis. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Deshaun Hamilton, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. He finds Brown, complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
Got a man. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will extend this big lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Coleman now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. This is Coleman. Room here to run. Touchdown, Titans. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll run it here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to